Hey folks, the other day somebody was asking me the question about how we can make our own games using Python and publishing them and making them available to the general public or even selling them. And the truth is that I can't think of a straightforward mechanism for using Python to make a game that you can sell. However, all of the skills that we're learning with Python can be transferred to development environments that do allow you to make games that you could sell. And today I'm just going to go through the example of using Roblox Studio to make a game you could sell. Now, I'm not going to make a whole game. I'm just going to show you some of the parallels between writing code in Python and writing code using Roblox Studio. So one of the reasons why we can't do the Roblox Studio in school is because I don't have Windows or Mac computers for all of you to use, and you cannot run Roblox Studio on a Chromebook. So if you have a Windows computer or a MacBook or a Mac computer, you can go ahead and download Roblox Studio. You just go to Google and just type Roblox Studio, and when you do, good old Google will return a link that you can use. And if you click Start Creating, you will be able to download and install the Roblox Studio development environment. So anyways, I've already done that, and I created an account. And let me go ahead and show you what I'm working on. So right now, this is the Roblox Studio. And because in Roblox you can develop 3D animations, a lot of the studio has the facilities to allow you to create 3D objects or to pull in 3D shapes and then animate them. So I'm just going to talk about the scripting aspect of Roblox Studio for right now. So one of the things we might want to do, well, let me walk you through real quick. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to create a new script, and there's several ways to do that in Roblox Studio. But one thing that we will do is we will, let me actually walk you back a second here. I'm going to go ahead and close this. And we'll just create a new one from scratch. We'll just do a new base plate template. And here we will go into Server Script Service over here in the Explorer window, and we will make a script, and I'll name that script, I'm going to call this Spawn Script, and I could call it whatever I wanted to at this point. And then what I'd like to do is I'd like to walk you through how we're going to write this code. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a function, which is something you've been learning to do in Python. So we'll type function. That's a little bit different than Python. In Python, we would have said def. Here we actually say function. And by the way, the programming language used in Roblox Studio is called Lua. And both Lua and Python are considered scripting languages. And so they're very similar in that regard. We're going to name this function spawnPart. Now, it's a little bit different than how we would have done it in Python. Well, for one, we're using a convention that most function names and variables start with a lowercase letter when we're doing Python. In the tutorials that I've seen for Roblox Studio, they're starting with uppercase. I'm not sure why. That's just a convention, and you can choose whatever convention you want. Notice that when I hit enter, I get an automatic indentation, just like when I'm writing code in the CMU environment. And I also get this end statement down there. So that's a little bit different than Python. In Python, we just our function is definition stops being a function definition by by just unindenting at the end of a bunch of lines of code. In Lua, you actually have to say this is the end of my function. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to make a new shape for the environment. So we're going to say local. In Lua, they want us to be very explicit about whether or not a variable is local or global. So we're going to say this is a local variable, and we're going to call it my part. Again, in Python, we would have started with lowercase m. Here we start with uppercase. And we will set it equal to instance.new, and we will the type of part we're gonna the type of thing we're gonna create is called a part. Again, just to give you a comparison of what we and I better get the spelling right. Fortunately, they have some spell check built in here. Let's see, are they gonna let me? They're not going to show me the spell check. That's weird. I'm sure there's a way to do it, but I'm kind of, oh, there we go. So instance, great. So if we were in Python, what we would have said is something like, we would have said my part equals circle, and then we would have given it a radius, I mean a position and a radius. Something like this, and that's kind of similar. Okay, in Python, this determines what kind of part, and this is the part name or the variable name, and we don't need to say that it's local. If it's in a function, it is automatically considered a local variable. Okay, so that I just wanted to show you some similarities. And then, let's see here. The next thing we'll do is we'll set the position for my part. So, my part. Oh, autocomplete. Very nice. In professional coding editing environments, you usually have autocomplete. We do not get that benefit in CMU. So we'll do my part dot position equals, and we want to position this new part in three-dimensional space. So we'll do vector 3 new, and then we'll just say 10 comma 10 comma 10. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not entirely familiar with the positioning system in Roblox. That would take some experimentation. And what else? Oh, we'd like this to appear in the main game workspace. So my part dot parent equals game dot workspace. There we go. And that'll be nice. And finally, let's give this some color. We will do my part dot brick color equals brick color. And there's a number of ways I could do this. I'm just going to assign a random color. And again, these lines of code, what would they have looked like in Python? In Python, once we made the variable my part, we would have done something like my part dot center x instead of position, and then center y. Okay, equals something, equals some number. So in Roblox Studio and Lua, we would do my part dot position, and in Python for the color, we would have done my part dot fill equals some color, as opposed to my part dot brick color. Okay, so a lot of similarities. Let's see how this actually works. Right now, we can see if I'm in Roblox and let me go ahead and hit. Ooh, dang it. I wanted you to see this without the code running. Oh, good. I don't think the code will run, actually. I think we're in pretty good shape. We've, just like in Python, this is a function definition. We have not called the function yet. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to call the function. This is the code that would call the function, but I'm going to go ahead and make it a comment. I'm going to comment it out. In Python, we would use a hashtag here. I'm going to use 2 dashes, and that just makes it so that code does not run. So let's see what things look like if I just hit play. So if I just test run my Roblox environment, I can see that there is no part that's been created yet. And so let's go ahead and stop the code from running. And then we will go ahead and we will call this function that will run this code and hopefully create a new part. Let's go ahead and hit play. And then we're going to spin around. Oh, look at that. There's a new part that's appeared. Now, there's all sorts of things we can do with the parts we create in Roblox, as you may already well know. We can make it different colors. We can move it around. Oh, watch this. Let's see here. Oh, why am I not? Oh, there we go. So check this out. So just like anything else in Roblox, you can interact with things that you've created. There we go. And we can jump over the part. So there's a whole lot of potential of things you could do. This was not meant to be a lesson on how to write code in Roblox. I just wanted to show you that of the things that you're learning in Python, you can transfer a lot of these skills into environments where you could write games and you are only limited by your imagination. So get out there. Download Roblox Studio and start watching some YouTube videos on how to begin to create games. And when you start making $1 billion, don't forget the little people. Don't forget where it all started. Okay.